All right, welcome in everybody. Welcome to the Women's Wellness Network and welcome here to our guest today, Alicia. Hello, it's so nice to meet you. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm wonderful. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's amazing. I always love to meet new people and first of all, we want to know where you are in the world.
Well, I'm in Bainbridge, Georgia. It's Southwest Georgia, in between Tallahassee and Dothan, Alabama. I'm like right there.
Oh, nice. Very nice. Oh, and you probably have a warm day. It's usually pretty warm there, is it not?
Yes, it's about 79 degrees, so it's not too bad.
Oh, beautiful. That sounds wonderful. Oh my goodness. Well, that's one of the things I love about this network is that we get to meet people from all over the world. And then you get to also, you get to be broadcast to people around the world. So who knows
Yes.
who you're going to touch or who you're going to meet next. So amazing. So with that, why don't we just start off with a little introduction of who you are, who Alicia is, and maybe what you do.
Absolutely. So I was born and raised in the DMV area, Washington, D.C., Maryland area. Celebrating my 40th this year. I am a wife of over 18 years. I am a mother of four crazy little ones from 9 to 2 years old.
Oh my.
And I am here as an open book to support women overcome obstacles throughout their journey, specifically infertility, depression, and a lack of faith.
Oh,
So
wow.
I have a non-for-profit. It's called I See My Baby. And we are actually, why I'm in my car, we are scouting a new location for our wellness center. We have been in action for the past year, supporting women virtually, one-on-one, and also through an annual retreat. But now we are in person. You're going to get to touch us, feel us, and prayfully by the close of the year, we will be cutting the ribbon on our wellness center.
Oh my word, that sounds so amazing. What a fun
Yeah,
adventure. Right? Yeah,
yeah,
that's so
yeah, yeah.
awesome. Oh my goodness. Okay. So, well, first of all, I'm just going to ask right off the top. You're getting a new center. You work hands-on. Do you also work virtually?
Absolutely. And I have a team behind me that, and alongside me, that helps with virtual because the caseloads are, as you can imagine, there are a lot of women and we are suffering in silence, whether it's depression, that lack of faith, like I said, or the infertility. So we do virtual doula, we do life coaching. We have practitioners that are licensed for psychology, psychiatry. We have grief counselors as well. I mean, a plethora of resources to support women virtually. Yes, ma'am.
Amazing. See, that's such a all the integration of all the things, right? Hands-on plus virtual plus the kinds of people that are there supporting are,
Yes,
that's a good mix of people. And that's
yes,
important. I think, we need not everybody's the same, of course, and we need a little of
correct.
this sometimes and we need a little of that at other times. So that is so crazy. How on earth did you get into this? Like what was your path that led you here?
Well, first it was God putting me through a personal journey. And I was married for almost 10 years, no kids. I'm like, come on, this is what I'm supposed to do. Like you sing the song, first comes love, then comes, marriage, then comes the baby and the baby carriage. And it just didn't happen. And so, I was very my career was just taking off. I was a manager, but I still had that desire to be a mother. And I remember one day in the restroom at work crying, and I was introduced to the IVF procedure. And I went through 3 rounds. Two of them took, one did not, but the babies did not survive. And so I went through all those cycles. We had babies in the freezer. And during that time, I went through some really dark, heavy moments. And so by nature, I just fight. I just push through. And so I said, well, we're going to switch insurance and we're going to try it again. And my husband said, we will not. We're not doing it. It broke us. It broke you, and I was still just going around working and la, 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 life as usual. And it wasn't that. And so I went back to the doctor and I was like, you got to tell me something because I need a baby. My husband doesn't want to adopt. We need a baby. I want a baby. And so they did a simple procedure on the opening of my lining, and she's like, "Go on, you're fine." I'm like, "I am not fine. I am not fine." So my husband ended up saying he had a vision, and the vision God told him that we were living in Baltimore at the time, and my family was in PG County. His family was in Virginia, deeper south. And he said, "We need to move back closer to your family because we're going to have a baby." I said, "Well, if God told you it, it must be true because he's not listening to me. He's not talking to me." And we moved, and we could not purchase another home at the time. So we moved into my parents' basement. And needless to say, I was supposed to have another procedure done. They thought they saw cysts on my ovaries, all this stuff. I'm like, all right. They're like, "Well, you have to have a pregnancy test." I was like, "That's fine." Took the pregnancy test, got a call the next day. And I was like, "Okay, you want to schedule a procedure?" They was like, "No, you can't have the procedure for 9 months." And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" I was pregnant. So I called my husband, and he was like, "I already knew, God already told me." I'm like, "God keep talking to you. What me?" And I had my baby girl, and the rest was history. Even in between my third daughter, people would prophesy and they would tell me, "You're gonna have a baby boy," and I kept having girls. So I had three girls, and I was like, "Well, where's the baby boy?" They kept talking about, and I prayed, I prayed, I prayed. I wrote it down in church, and I ended up getting pregnant. And then had a miscarriage. I was like, "Here we go again." And I felt like day one all over again. I just felt that depression going, that anxiety, that lack of faith. But surely 3 years later, God blessed my womb again for my baby boy. And the crazy thing is, and I say it's crazy, it's not, it's divine. You have to be careful what you say and what you speak because the manifestation of your words is very powerful. I wanted 4 kids. I have 4 kids. And so when I had my baby boy, I said, "Well, my tubes will get ligated because shop is closed. I'm getting too old, and I thank God. And now it's my turn to give back and pay it forward for that woman that's going through what I'm going through. I want her to know you're not alone." And I wasn't alone physically, but I feel like no one really and truly understood what I felt inside going through those processes, having your baby been put in your womb, going through in vitro, and then they're saying it's not growing. So now you have to have elected DNC, and then how you have to go through that. And it's like, yeah, but my husband's here, my mom's here, my dad's here, but they don't get it. And so that's the whole point of I see my baby and this wellness center and me becoming a doula because I want to walk it through with you. I want to walk it through. We'll have yoni steams, which is very therapeutic and holistic to help prepare your womb. We'll also have it where you can bring your girlfriends as well and have a good time. But we'll have that, you have your doula services. So just walking you through that journey. We have coaching, we have courses. We're partnering with other organizations just to really rally around you. We're looking for a physical therapist to kind of help you get your body moving. And, we're even going to have dance classes at night. One of the midwives, she does West African dance. And then after that, we have a recovery room and we stay with you, that wraparound service. So that is the reason why I'm doing what I'm doing. And this is my life work. This isn't calling out of all of the businesses I've had, the endeavors and the ventures. God is truly helping me feel comfortable in this space, that this is your purpose, like full circle.
Oh my word. Wow, that's powerful. I've got chills. That's just you are in the right place doing
Oh,
the right thing. Yeah, absolutely. Oh my goodness. I just think of all the women that you can help and a lot of women are when they get into that position. I'm a mom. I have 2 children and I never had any difficulty conceiving. Um, but people around me, and I couldn't relate and I didn't understand like how that works and how, you know, body's
right,
supposed to just have a baby. Like we're a woman, that's supposed to be part of your birthright.
right,
That's part of your
right.
thing. But yes, to come up against blockages, and especially when you're in that moment of stress where you're feeling like you're not being heard, you feel like that connection is disconnected, and you're not receiving the guidance and the nurturing that you need from having faith. And it's somebody, I guess, like you that will help get past that blockage, help get past that moment of despair and doubt and all those little things that make up for um well, geez, I mean, you think about, it's my fault, and what did I do, and all those things that
Right.
women go through when they're trying so desperately. Oh my goodness, did we lose you? I think we might have lost her. We'll just give her a second and hopefully she'll just come right back. Alicia, where are you, lady?
I'm
Oh, there you are. Okay. I don't know. I just lost you for a second, but you came back. So that's the thing, right? Disconnection. And in that moment when you're disconnected, it's like, what do I do? What happened? Where do I go?
right. That's
Right?
right.
Yeah. So,
Yeah,
okay. So how would, well, let's just go right ahead and say right now, how do women connect with you? Because that's obviously that's very,
absolutely. Very simple. I see my baby spelt the correct way.org.
oh my,
And all of the information is there on that first screen. If you scroll all the way down, all of my social media handles are there. We're on TikTok, Pinterest, LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram. You'll find us everywhere.
that is amazing. That's so encouraging. So you went through all
Yeah.
that trauma and all that craziness, before you started this. Now, was it your idea, or did you connect with people, or how did I See My Baby come about? Was it just your own vision?
I'd already written a book because I'm a realtor as well. And so I wrote a book to help my clients understand there are no judgment, just results. And it was very transparent. It's an easy read, but it was like, ooh, I was vulnerable. And so I was okay with sharing my story. And I said, you know what? I have to tell the story because I talk to anybody. I don't care if you're in a grocery store, gas station. You give me eye contact, that's it. It's a wrap. Like I'm talking to you. So I wrote the story. I was like, it has to be told. On the cover, it's my first baby. Like it's just, ooh, I love that cover. And so after I wrote the book, I was like, okay. And God was like, no, it's not okay. Like that's the beginning. And so I was like, okay, well, what's next? I See My Baby to ministry. All right, let me go online. Let me register the name. And, I got a coach. I spoke to, shout out to Vicky Davis in the DMV area. She's an awesome visionary. She helps you with strategies. She helps small businesses, primarily in the DC area. But I sat with her in this restaurant, Chinese restaurant in Waldorf, Maryland. And I just remember just talking to her. She had a brand new notebook for me. She said, I never used this notebook. Let's talk. And she wrote it all out. And we just got to talking and the talking and the talking. And it was that day on that I made it my business to go full fledged into this. I call it ministry because it is, but officially, legally, it's a nonprofit, but it is my ministry and it's my way of giving back and also healing because I find sometimes when I counsel people or I talk about it or I'm on a platform such as this, I still feel those emotions. I still like literally go back to that place years ago. Now, my oldest is 9 years. And I'm like, wow, why am I still feeling this? So it's healing for me as well, you know, all of that time. Yeah.
Absolutely. My goodness. Well, that is the thing, right? If we can take our traumas and our uh, hardships and things and bring them to the world, and even if we're a little bit on the healing path, and we can start, because there's people who are behind us who, you know, they're not there yet and they don't know what to do. So
Right.
yeah, and
Right.
knowing that we still have healing to do, we always will still have healing to do, as far as I know.
Yeah.
And that's okay. It's good.
That
It's
part.
growing, right? It's growing and learning, and once we do, again, we're still ahead of somebody else. So it's our duty, I think, as human
Yeah.
beings to pay it forward, to like pass it back, pass that baton, reach out the hand, to help those people,
Yes.
because yeah, it's pretty scary sometimes, and it's as you said, it can be really lonely being in that situation, especially when you have people around you, and
Yeah.
um, the spouses and families, and they don't know what's happening. So tell me, do
They
you have
don't.
do you have a section for the spouses, for the families, for the people that are also going along on the journey?
Yes, so you'll be the first to officially know. So we do have partners on our website. We have an organization called the Love Camp that we partner with, but it hasn't been like officially out there because we did have an opportunity, a gap in services for men and also for the couples, because most of the time it's a couple, it's someone that's supporting you. So we are preparing for 2025 to partner with them on our retreat. So that way we have opportunity there for the men to receive the healing they need and to understand like what terms to use. An example for me, transparently, after I lost the last embryo, Mother's Day rolled around. I was sad. My husband didn't understand why. And I was like, all right, so you have to be retrained and have to have an understanding that when that embryo is when it's an embryo, it's a baby, you
Yeah.
know. And so just doing that work to support them. Also, I've had men reach out to me and say, hey, but we go through infertility too. I'm like, yeah, but it's not really about you, but it is.
Yeah.
So we're diligently working towards that as well. We do have a doula. Her name is Alicia Thompson. She has a program for men. So we support in that way, but we're going to ramp it up in 2025. So that way everybody has that opportunity. But I want everyone to also know that my focus is women, but we'll still support like the children. I have children's books. We have classes to support them in their literacy and things of that sort. But my main focus is that woman because that woman is me.
Yeah.
That woman is you.
Yeah.
And then everyone else, we will have something for you. But yeah, you got good news before
Oh,
everybody
that's
else.
exciting. That is awesome. I mean, that's kind of more of a holistic approach because there are, little
Yes,
branches of us that affect us. And if
yes,
it's not going along well, then it just piles on. It makes it, more stressful,
yes.
more things. Yeah, we don't want that. There's enough
Right.
going
I
on
agree.
with that. Yeah, right. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So is there anything else you would
Yeah.
like to share with us today about your journey or about what you have to offer?
Yep, I would say the biggest part right now for I See My Baby is our funding. So we're actively writing grants. We're reaching out to corporations. This is the fourth quarter of the year. There are a lot of organizations that need a tax write-off. You can come our way. We are a 501(c)(3. Right on our website, you can click on donate. We will send, it's an automated email. We will send you your receipt for your tax purposes. It's a great mission and opportunity to support women. Maternal health. There's a big disparity here, specifically in Southwest Georgia, and we are meeting that need. This wellness center again will have two birthing spaces, two birthing rooms, two recovery spaces. We'll also have yoni steams. We'll have at least 10 stations where you can come in individually or you can come in, like I said, as a group. You bring your girlfriends and really make it a thing, and you're representing the health and well-being of your body and your self-care. We'll also have support from professionals, psychologists, psychiatrists. We're also seeking a physical therapist. So in everything that I'm saying, you can support in some way, some shape, some form, whether it's sharing this information or saying, oh, I know someone, or yes, my organization has some extra money that we definitely need to give. We would love your support. If you have any questions, concerns, any suggestions, because we are here to help, right? We don't have all the answers. Please reach out to us. Again, it's ICMyBaby.org. Thank you.
Okay. Awesome. Awesome. Okay, women of the Women's Wellness Network, you heard her. Alicia, she's looking for donations. She's looking for people who need the help. She's looking for suggestions. Any of the things, of course, help move people forward, help, right? Like we need the people to support. We need the
Yeah.
donations to make the things happen. We need the clients to know where to find icmybaby.org. They need to
Yeah.
know these sorts of things. And we know we're a women's wellness network. So if you know of anybody out there who needs support in this way, especially, at that time where you're trying to become a mom or you're having issues with that, reach out to her because she's got a lot of information, a lot of resources, and she's living proof that by divine grace, when it's supposed to happen, it happens. So there you go.
Amen.
There you
Tammy, I
go.
forgot. I forgot so much. I forgot. We are having our annual retreat next month, and we do still have open slots. Or if anyone wants to sponsor a woman, there are 9 women on our list that want to go but cannot afford it. But we will be at Negril, Jamaica at the Patu Castle from November the 18th through the 22nd. And it's called She Deserves, based on Proverbs 31. And it's a time for healing, for working through whatever you're trying to overcome, for some relaxation and some rejuvenation on the
Right.
island of Jamaica.
Oh my word, that sounds amazing. I'm glad you remembered to tell me about that. Yeah, we're going to put that information into the comment section too, because that's, there's still time. There's enough time. That's not till next month. People can,
Yes,
decide they
yes,
want to go or realize that maybe they do need to go. And that would be a great thing for them to
yes,
do. And also that you have the sponsorship. That's beautiful
yes,
because as you say, there are, times are tough and there are some people that really could use that help and that time. And yeah, if anybody out there has the capacity or the, you know, little extra in your pocket, yeah, help out in that way because there's so many people who are, sitting on the fence and they really would love to be able to move forward. And I think that is what we're pretty much trying to do here on the Women's Wellness Network is to help every person, every woman move forward if she wants to. Like we need to be open to be
yes.
able to do that. So absolutely, I appreciate that so much. Thank you for sharing that. And Women of the Women's Wellness Network, we will put all of Alicia's information into the comment section so that you can connect with her, find out more about all the things that she shared with us today. And yeah, see what's coming up for next year because there seems to be a lot of things that are in the works. And growth is good in every way, especially when it's in the field of healing and helping. So I appreciate you. Thank you so much, Alicia, for coming. Thank you, Women of the Women's Wellness Network, for watching. And of course, everybody, until next time, be well. Thank you so much, Alicia.
No problem.